Yo, nephew, hand me that Barstool. You know what it is, and for what it's worth. You can catch me on the best corner 21st. Prime time, shine time, always in the game, never ever on the sideline. You know what it is, and for what it's worth. You can catch me on the best corner 21st. Prime time, shine time, always in the game, never ever on the sideline. Fresh and clean.
Welcome to 21st and Prime, sponsored by Heineken 00. You know what the 00 means?
What's that mean?
No alcohol, because I don't drink.
You don't drink?
They found something
Right.
that appeases me.
I like that.
I like that too.
I like that. And
Only 69 calories, so I can stay lean and mean.
You know, quality of life and lifestyle, coach, you know, has always been very important to you.
Very important.
And the mere fact that
And balance.
Correct. And now that you have something that you can drink and at least understand what us, well, I don't want to call us
Drunk?
Nipsey.
You don't want to call yourself drunk.
Shouts
Shouts out to Booze. All right.
Yeah, okay, anyway.
Yeah.
So
and
coach,
ain't a thing.
let me tell you something. I got, and I know you're not going to believe me because you just don't.
Okay.
I don't know why. The best news I saw last week was the fact that the New England Patriots have signed Cam Newton for another year.
Hold on. Run the tape back and play just one of the times that you've killed Cam. You need to
Cam
stop,
got Cam
dog.
off the job.
Dog, stop.
What did I have? I didn't throw the 7-8 touchdowns. That wasn't me. That was Cam.
Go ahead and continue.
All I said was he had to retire or there was no place for him to go. My only point was that the way this league works.
Hold on. Run the tape back and play the bet that we had that Cam would play before some other gentleman who was picked up and signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Play the tape. Then you giving the other kid,
What kid?
you put him on the field
Which kid?
before Cam.
He just got signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
What that mean?
That means he got close to
That means he gonna back up the backup who backs up the backup. I bet both of those guys will be playing in the NFL next year. Both of those guys. And we got Sweet Tea on it.
Can we double another sweet tea? Because I didn't bring the other one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I want my Sweet Tea.
Double tea?
Go ahead. You
I was
still
very.
want-
I was. I'm gonna get that tea next week for you. I was very.
I thought it ain't have no alcohol. Because obviously you was drunk
No.
when you said that.
No. It was the only place he had to go was there. He wasn't going
stop.
anywhere.
Stop, dog. Stop. You didn't even contemplate him
I
coming
didn't
back.
think he was going back. No, that's why I was so excited. I don't see the thing was okay.
Excited.
Excited.
Why are you excited?
Last week.
You're what?
Early in the show.
Finish that,
Let
please.
me finish.
Because I know you wasn't finna say I'm a Cam fan.
I am a Cam fan. I'm a huge Cam fan. Let me say what I gotta say. I am a huge Cam fan. And since I got the stage, I want to be able to make my claim of why I have so much respect. Dion uses the phrase all the time, national treasure. Cam Newton, forget about the hair and all that other stuff, is a national treasure because he was the statement maker. He was the first black quarterback to win MVP of the league. That means something at that position. That being said, there's hot sauce
You was
that
talking
goes
good.
with Cam.
Only reason I came back is you was talking good.
No, I am a huge, but when you have that kind of baggage, and it's baggage,
What a baggage.
the shorts, the suits, you can't.
That's not baggage,
That
that's
is baggage.
personality.
No, it's baggage when you're not winning.
I agree.
But the other part of it was there was good there with Cam. There wasn't touchdown passes, which they needed. He was playing pretty well, to his point, until he got COVID.
Okay, let's cut through the chase.
Yeah.
Are they keeping him on as an insurance policy and they go into the draft and pick a young QB? Or they're keeping him on sale? First of all, let's get that straight. He's on sale.
It's a better sale this time than the last
It's a better
time.
sale than this time. Okay, do they keep him on just insurance? I mean,
No,
is he planning on being a starter?
No, I think he's going to be the starter. I think they're going to draft a player. I think that, and let him take his time like they did Garoppolo.
Man, who take his time?
the next quarterback.
Okay. So how much time is that? First quarter?
No. Bill ain't gonna rush this now.
So you're saying Cam is on the roster. You went into the draft and got a 1. And we started.
They want to be way down there.
Oh,
No,
it won't. They ball last year.
They ain't top 10.
No, they're not top 10.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
you have several quarterbacks.
Correct.
That
I think he's going to grab one of those quarterbacks, but Belichick is not going to be pressed to start him like a lot of other teams will. I believe if the kid is ready,
Belichick trying to win right now, though.
right. But if
Right
that
now.
kid is not ready to win right now, he won't put him in there.
Okay.
So I just believe that Cam is going to be the starter for this year, and Cam is going to have the opportunity, just like Aaron Rodgers did, to keep the boy on the bench. I don't
think it's gonna play it like that. But that's a whole enough about the top 5 quarterbacks today. Since we talking quarterbacks.
Top 5 quarterbacks. I think the kid in Kansas City is one.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers still to me.
Okay. I ride with you.
Well, the GOAT is the GOAT.
Tom Brady's Tom Brady.
Until he sit down.
I ride with you right there.
You know, Drew's out of the game now.
That's right. Opens up another position.
I kind of like, the Watson kid a little bit. But I mean, but there's something missing there, so I may not put him in. Who are some of the?
There's something missing. Ain't nothing missing now. There's something missing. All right, but go ahead.
Who I'm trying to? Oh, Dak. I like Dak. I like.
What about the kid from
Who am I missing? I'm missing some people.
L.A. Chargers?
No, he's too young. No.
Okay.
He just put up a bunch of numbers.
What about the kid from Buffalo?
Oh, yes.
So you just don't you don't care about Lamar no more. You don't care about Russell no more. It's a black thing.
Russell would be in there.
It's a black thing with you right now.
Why is
You
it?
forgot all the black folks.
Why? I started off with Mahomes. Okay.
Yeah, but come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? Because he's mixed?
You trying to say he didn't drive a black car? So he didn't come up here in a black car?
I think he did. I think he came in a black Lambo with a bunny on his side.
You went too far. You went too
But I want to ask you a question about this, though. I'm glad you mentioned this. I have a real problem with how Mahomes is being marketed.
What you mean?
They're marketing him as a cocky. I don't like it.
What you mean?
If you look every one of his commercials, when you look at every one of his commercials, it's showing him as some arrogant, snotty.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
What commercial is this showing him as an arrogant?
The State Farm commercial. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this.
All the State Farm commercials are the same. All the quarterbacks have the same personality in every darn last one of them.
The commercial he did for DirecTV, all of them, he is.
Which one is
bragging.
that?
He's got. Remember, they had Garoppolo in it for whatever reason, which it was a mistake. And
The only other
then
one
they
I
shot
know
him and
is
moved him
he's
out.
in the barbershop with 15 other kids with heads like his.
Right, which is
How is that cocky?
Because it's an arrogance thing. Like, I'm so great that everybody should look like me.
No, it's not.
That's what they did.
I don't see it that way.
That's what they did.
I don't see it that way.
I don't.
First of all, he's a trendsetter. You don't think that these little young quarterbacks are cutting their hair like him?
I didn't say they weren't.
Do you know how many curls I was responsible for? Yeah. Do you know?
Wet curls or dry ones?
Look wet, but it was dry. You know how many gold chains I was responsible for?
Dookie ropes, man.
Yeah.
Tell people what a dookie rope is.
It's a thick rope.
Big old
hollow rope. We used to call them dookie ropes in Florida.
Yeah, Mr. T, he brought that to the game. It's kind of hot on me here. But no, I don't like it. Because here's the problem. And the same thing they did with Deshaun Watson in the 2 commercials he has. That he's probably gonna lose now.
You nasty.
What?
You said with a
It's
straight
Barstool.
face too. But you're just nasty though.
What?
Are you gonna say 2 commercials is probably gonna lose right now?
Are you gonna be endorsing any product of yours next year?
Who?
Deshaun Watson. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear
See,
you.
I had 2 in my mind, but I can't say it.
The condoms. You're thinking about.
I ain't got nothing to do with this. I have nothing to do with this.
That's a great idea you had, Coach Ryan's condoms.
None of them have alleged that. None of them have alleged intercourse. Let's get that straight.
I don't know what they're alleged.
You do know what they're alleged. You read just like I do.
I'm just saying. I mean, but my point is that, like, for example, you go back to that. It was an Amazon commercial with the AWS and Next Gen Football Stats or whatever that thing is. And yeah, baby, I'm the best there is in the world. They came up to me. I hate Because what it does, it puts a target on folks.
I ain't see that commercial.
It's a you know.
What did he say? Hey, babe,
I was too busy
watching.
watching the Subway commercials. That's why there's a lot going on.
No, he didn't.
No, that's his commercial. You know what commercial I'm talking about?
He did not say I'm the best in the world.
No, he didn't say the best in the world, but it's an arrogance.
No, you're just looking at it like that.
Yeah,
That's the way you're perceiving it.
Because I understand imaging. I understand branding. I understand what they do to people. That's what I'm saying. And so I also noticed that Coach Prime is very careful with whatever subject matter and how Coach Prime is portrayed and presented.
But you got to present who you are. My stuff is fun and lifelike and a little cocky, like and a little edge.
He's 24. They're not showing any of that. They're just showing like I said, look it up. Every single commercial that kids is showing some kind of cocky, arrogant, something.
I disagree, but go ahead.
Tom Brady. Tom got $41 million.
Cool. He deserves it.
2-year, $50 million deal. $41 million.
He deserves it.
You know, Gronk is back.
He should
got a 1 year, $8 million.
Gronk got to come back for real though this time.
But I thought he did.
No, he came back at the end of the year.
Well, but think about it. You can't. It's about respecting this game.
True.
You can't just sit around on the couch. Prime couldn't have just taken 9 months off the season.
Not at all.
You know, and then try to get out there and run.
True.
But my question is, they bring Barrett back. If you had to rank right now your top 3 teams,
I'm going to pick Tampa Bay because they won it all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick Kansas City because they were in it. I'm going to pick Buffalo as well as Green Bay. That's my top 4. All those teams that were in the championship games of our league.
Oh, so you're not? Lamar? They're not coming back with Lamar. Is what you're saying? Baltimore.
I don't. I'm not picking that. Them.
That.
When I say that, it means their style of play. I'm not picking them. I fought. I was right there with them. I just jumped off the horse. I can't do that.
You did.
No, I can't do it no more. I rode with them. I can't do it no more. That hurt me. That championship game hurt me.
Did that hurt you, or did Dan and Dave, the Big Cat, did they hurt you the way they rode?
They had something to do with it. Boy, they put a saddle on my back and rolled me in. They had the spurs on their boots. Dan and Dave had spurs on the sides of their boots, just kicking me in my side, just hurting me, just piercing my ribs. I can't do that no more.
And when Dave got on, man, that was a weight limit there, wasn't it? That was a lot of load there.
Big Cat is really not Big Cat. He's not big as you think he is. Big Cat is really a lean cat. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. When we come back, talk a little NCAA basketball, by the way. You know,
ain't nobody care.
It's the tournament time. You got to say something about the tournament because we got to cover the tournament in some form or fashion. I want to talk about Rick Pitino, too, as it pertains to coaching.
Let's talk about that. Nobody want to talk about no tournament.
Yeah, well, it's still part of the tournament. I mean, it's called, we'll be right back.
Always in the game, never ever on the sideline.
Rick Pitino.
Yes.
At it again, taking Iona to the tournament and actually won a darn game.
Now, Coach, he is saying, number one, he's done with the big time.
What you mean?
That's what he said. I'm done with the big time. I'm going to stay here at Iona on his little school right here.
I mean, he don't want no more money. That big time. Well, he's made money for a long time.
Yeah.
See, sometimes when you hit that level, it's not about your check. It's about having fun and being at peace. And I think that's where he is right now. He's like, you know what? I'm having fun. I'm at peace. I'm appreciated, not tolerated. That's what he's saying.
I don't trust him.
How? Why?
Because he's a crook.
What you mean he's a crook?
By the standard of the day, and I'm talking about not a crook as in steals.
You can't call a man a crook.
No, he's a sports crook.
Okay, what's a sports crook?
Sports crook means is that his program he been doing illegal stuff.
No, first of all,
that's why he's at Iona. He's a sports crook. That's why he's there.
He's not a crook.
He's
Do
a
not
sports
call him a
crook.
crook.
He's a sports crook. He's not a thief. He's not a. He got caught up in something. Anyway, he you might need to look up that thing with the. Anyway, so my problem is that I don't trust him because I believe that if Iona, if they think they can trust him to stay, they're lying. because as soon as North Carolina, when Roy calls it quits, or some of the other schools, and by the way,
What if it's really not about the big time and it's not about money? It's about developing these kids and blessing them and getting them to the next level. And he has the attractability because he's been responsible for sending multiple kids to the NBA.
Yeah.
So what if he's creating another pipeline to the NBA?
I don't know about that, but I believe he cares about his kids. I'm not trying to infer that at all.
So what
I'm saying, he's still a sports crook. In other words, he's a sports crook. He's doing whatever is necessary.
He's coaching, dog. He's not doing whatever's necessary. He's doing what he does. He coaches, and he coaches really well.
Well, according to the NCAA and him doing what he does.
Well, he's back in the game. He served it.
Right, he served his time.
Yep.
This time,
and he's back in the game.
Yeah. But he served his time, and he's a sports crook.
He's not a crook.
He is a sports crook.
He's not a crook.
How does history remember Pitino?
It will.
Well, I'm sorry. I apologize.
His story.
What is Rick Pitino's his story? Because I don't know. I haven't
studied him as such, and I haven't.
He's a great coach. I know he's a great.
That's
coach.
what I know.
No, and what he's showing here,
and I know he's well respected.
Yes, as a coach, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So what is the history? What history are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying, what is it when it's all said and done?
He's a great coach.
Because he's a great coach who's in exile.
He's
in exile at Iona.
Hit a heck of a hurdle.
Yes.
Tripped over it. Got up and finished the race. That's what I know.
That's what I wanted to hear.
That's what I know.
Patrick Ewing, by the way, got Georgetown in the playoffs. They got beat pretty soundly, but the fact that again, you talk about giving people their flowers. Patrick has been a head coach and won it, and then he ended up in the NBA trying to get that head coach gig, and all these years could never get a head coaching, but they found a way to pull what's the name off the bricks, Nash off the bricks, and just throw him a bouquet. But he went and did, in my opinion.
Has there been a history of centers being head coaches?
What's his name? Phil Jackson.
I mean, a history.
Well,
Phil was a center.
He's a center. He's a big. He's a 4'5".
He was a center.
He's a 4'5", 6'11", 6'10", 6'11". He was a 4'5".
I don't know if there's been a history.
But I get where you're going because, break it more down. Most of the time, point guards.
True.
Are the ones, and I think I'm a big fan of point guards as coaches too. I'm a huge fan.
Because they see the game differently.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so
They're the traffic cops.
Absolutely. So
I love Ewing. I love what he represents. I love him going back to his alma mater. Mm-hmm. I love what he said. How can you not recognize me? You should recognize me in the garden. I love that he called them out,
right,
and went viral, went everywhere. I love that fact, and he was 100% correct. And I love his era. I'm reading right now. His era was the best in college basketball. I would have to say that era, but the Fab Five era as well was tremendous. That was right shortly thereafter his era.
It was shortly after. But that Jordan, Georgetown, Villanova, the Pinckney.
Yeah, that era was off the chain. But that
Big East was. Woo.
Yeah, but that Fab Five thing, man, they changed the game.
They did change the game.
Dog.
They changed the game.
Shouts out to my man Jalen Rose. I love him
to
Jalen. Life, every bit of this brother.
Great man.
Doing it with the kids, doing it on the TV screen, doing it at the podcast. He's doing it. I love you, Jalen. I love you, baby.
We love you. Yeah. But the point of it, you were saying that they changed the game. How did Fab Five change the game?
They changed the game by remaining to be themselves while the cameras were still on. They didn't fall prey to the thoughts of how they were supposed to look to society. They were not pretentious. They played their style of basketball.
But now we're getting but was their style of basketball good for the game? Let's stay right there with two eras. Was it good?
Yes, it was good.
Good for them?
It was good
for the game.
It was good for the game.
What was good for the game to me is what Michael did at North Carolina with Worthy and that whole crew, that team thing there.
Fab Five was a team thing. The whole team went to the NBA. So how was that not a team thing? How was that not a team thing?
That's really good.
They played as a team.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. There wasn't a bunch of individuals. They were a team.
They had
They were a team.
to me, they were the modern
You get
version
caught up
of
in the
ice.
name
No,
Fab
no, I want
Five.
No.
Because you think about the 5. It was 12
I'm
of them.
thinking of how they played the game. They were more individual ISO. They had offense. I'm not saying it wasn't an offense. I'm saying
They were very complimentary of one another.
they were, but to me, today's NBA, they to me are a precursor to today's NBA compared to the Jordan.
That's like saying the UNLV, the Running Rebels at the
They were one of them too.
There you go.
They're another one.
There
That's
you go.
another one.
There you
that
go.
Was, but even UNLV,
They changed the game.
They were known. They were running. Reds. That's
Fab Five was
D'Antonio to me.
And the Fab Five had 2 bigs that you go
Yes.
to any block
Yep.
you want. Any side of the court you want.
Yes.
Buckets.
They had a great. Juwan.
Chris Webber.
Oh man,
Chris Webber should be in the Hall of Fame, by the way.
he's not in yet.
No.
Really?
Everybody else going.
They let everybody in the Hall
That's
of
what I
Fame
mean.
in basketball.
I seen my mama getting ready to go in.
I told she fell.
She got handles though.
No. But
She got handles.
I heard.
She got handles.
I was told she fell a vote short.
What?
I don't know.
Well,
She's not in this. She is not in this class. Is what I was
If
told.
my mama fell a vote short, somebody got cussed out. I promise you that. I promise you somebody got cussed
the
out.
Naismith Basketball Association, she fell 1 vote short.
Well,
And so
Naismith and everybody got cussed out
they
that
let
day.
Mike Krzyzewski in for the second time because they're running out of
he
people
needs to
to
stop.
put in. But anyway,
Chris Webber should be.
yeah.
Fame.
But you sure he's not in the Basketball Hall of Fame?
I'm telling you.
Because I know you're right. I'm just saying because the one thing about basketball is it's the basketball that's college and pro. That's why Ralph Sampson is in.
Sampson was dominant, dog. That's the best dunk I ever seen. One time I saw him put his hand on the backboard and dunk. That's back in the day when you watched the basketball game, then you went on the courts outside and tried to emulate what you saw. Right. They don't do that no more.
Well, I didn't.
No, dog, you did.
I mean, I couldn't do
did.
that. What they did.
You know, Jamie played the 1. He didn't go down on the block. He played the 1. He was the point. When we played basketball in the offseason, he was the point. Yeah.
True story. Yeah.
Nice with it too. Hey, you was not taking his rock. He had a jumper. He had a pull up. He had a pull up game.
Yeah, a little range on it.
Yeah.
But you know the thing about it, you mentioned a couple things. UNLV to me that's the precursor to D'Antoni basketball. We just gonna keep running. Our stop says suspect if not the other. I just again going back to Michigan, and that team, it was just they had a good team. I'm not saying that. They had a great team. I apologize.
Thank you.
Yeah, they had a great team, but it was different compared to. That's why I go back to. They took us away from the structured of.
Nobody want to see that. I turned the channel on.
I didn't say you.
I take the batteries out of my remote on that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
When you watched Jordan, you didn't take the batteries out. When you watched Worthy, because they was doing the same thing. When Sam Perkins and all of them was there, they was doing the same thing, and you couldn't. It was must see TV because of who they were.
It wasn't must see TV. Fab Five and UNLV was must see TV for me.
George
That was my personality. That was not must see TV.
I understand
when they passing the ball all around like that. Shoot the ball, man.
So you ain't like the whole notion of the point to the guy who give you the ball. You don't like all that teamwork.
No, I don't like all that. Let's go, run. Let's go. Let's get it done.
Thank you for the assist and point to the guy who
I
gave
like
you the ball.
that. I like that when they point the ball. I used to do that in high school.
Yeah.
When I hit that J at the corner and that girl was bouncing, I pointed the guy all the way down there. Then I was running down there like that because that curl was just bouncing up and down, but it looked wet.
Now
but it was dry.
Before we get out, I got to congratulate the last year's national champion in basketball, the Florida State Seminoles. They've won their.
What you mean national champion?
Yeah, they won the national championship last year.
No, they didn't.
The Florida legislature voted Florida State the national champion.
I ain't hear that.
Yeah, they voted them the national champion.
Stop.
So,
we gotta stop.
No. They voted them the national champion
you
last year.
You can't
that's
vote
not
nobody.
official.
No, you
the
can't.
state of Florida legislature was official.
You can't vote nobody.
They voted
a national
the basketball,
champion.
you know. But in all seriousness, Leonard Hamilton, I really got to tell you, has done an amazing job.
He has. Next subject.
With that, well, the next subject is we're going to go to break. And when we come back,
Rick Pitino's a good coach.
He is a great
Patrick
coach.
Ewing is a great coach,
When
too.
we come back, we're going to talk about
Fab Five was my best era.
We're going to do some quick hits, and then we're going to put the word of the day in.
Let's do it.
All right. Remember, catch that 21st and Prime. You can always Got to get the merch. Where's it?
Put the merch up there so they get
Just put the merch, a little
Put
carousel.
a picture of the merch up there, please.
Yeah, just a carousel of the different items that we have there. But get the merch. Also, download the podcast. Tell your friends about it. Make sure you take a look at our social media at 21st and Prime, at Deion Sanders, or whatever the heck my name is. We'll be right back.
Barstool Sports, baby.
Finally, sports has a platform worth playing. I want to tell you about our friends at Stable Duel. This is fantasy horse racing. For those of you who want to get your gamble on, and there's nothing wrong with getting your gamble on now, with moderation, here's a great opportunity. We want you to download the Stable Duel app. And with that, just think about it. The Stable Duel app is very similar to fantasy football. You can select, your stable of teams of 10 horses and watch them at the end of the day, kind of just like you see Odell Beckham or somebody else. You watch them just rack up the points. And so there are also daily cash prizes, and you can win big cash. Big cash. And it's easy to use. I mean, even if you're, new to the world of sports and you're looking for something else to do, something to occupy your time. But what we want you to do is download and I'm going to spell this, the Stable Duel app. That's STABLEDUEL app. Very simple to use, very user-friendly, and take that opportunity to have a little bit more fun. That's Stable Duel. Download the app. Welcome back to 21st Prime. Time for a couple of quick hits, and then it's time for the word of the day. I missed that last week. By the way, I want to thank Gillian Wallow.
They're my dogs, man. I love those dudes to life, man.
They are just,
they the same. On camera, off camera,
yes.
Ain't nothing different.
Yes.
Ain't nothing different.
Oh, were we supposed to say Coach Gilly and Coach Wallow?
Gilly.
Coach Gilly and Coach Wallow. We have nothing but love and respect. And
this is why we lost, because they weren't there. It's on y'all. Both of y'all. Y'all are 1-1 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they 1-1.
Yeah, that's on them.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all figure y'all schedule out. Great news for you, Coach. Josh Morgan and Johnny Manziel back in football.
You wanted me to say ain't nobody care, but I'm not going to fall for it. I'm not going to fall for it. I'm happy if they're happy doing what they're doing. I really am. I'm happy to see somebody else happy. If you doing, I don't care what you're doing, man. If you playing kickball, if you playing shuffleboard, I don't know if they play that anymore, but if you playing shuffleboard, I'm happy. If you playing spades, tonk, whatever, poker.
Give me.
If you happy, I'm happy.
Give me a guy or gal for that reason that hurt your feelings.
Doing what?
And what I mean by that is, you might use the word of that's just such a waste, a situation. Who has hurt you the most over time?
Ain't nobody hurt me like that.
You know what I mean?
Ain't nobody hurt me like that. I ain't built like that. Mm-hmm. But somebody that I wanted everything to end right.
Right.
2 guys in football. 3 guys. Mm-hmm. Ray Rice. I wish he would have gotten a second chance. Yeah. Chad Ochocinco. T.O. I wish they could have put a period at the end of their sentence playing the games.
But for me, with both of those guys, just my opinion, I'm totally comfortable with the run that they had.
No, but you got to finish. They didn't feel like they finished.
Well, no, but that's, to me, that's more them feeling that way. But hang on.
It's supposed to be my thing.
No.
How you gonna just hijack my? You ask me a question and you don't want me to finish. You gonna just take my time?
Okay.
Okay, basketball.
Yeah. Wait a minute, don't get out. We got it. Well, I want to talk about these other dudes first, before we go to basketball. What I'm saying, and this goes back to Drew Brees too.
You asked me to give you a list of guys.
Couple guys, and then we talk about it like we normally do.
Okay.
But those guys I didn't agree with. The only reason I said something because I felt, and maybe our barometers are different. You're saying
I wanted T.O. to finish the way he
wants to finish. But sports never.
But he wasn't finished.
But sports,
he was not finished. Neither of them were finished.
Sports never.
Neither of them was finished.
Tell me the guys who finished sports the way they wanted to.
Ray Lewis.
Yep. Mike, I'll give you Mike Strahan and help you out there too.
Mike Strahan.
Okay, now we know thousands.
Bettis.
Keep going. That's threefold. Keep going. We know thousands of players. You got 8 million players in your phone. True. The way the league goes, basketball, baseball, whatever, it never lets us go when it's our turn. those two guys you mentioned have had
it's
Hall
two
of Fame
different
or
ways.
Hall
You
of Fame.
either leave the game or the game leaves you.
Right.
You either leave the game or the game leaves you.
Right. But
When the game leaves you, you're not finished.
But the game didn't leave them.
The game did leave them.
Time.
The game left Chad.
After how many years?
No, dog. Chad still had a whole lot in this tank. Chad had a whole lot. T.O. feel like he can play right now.
Well, that's their feeling. But T.O. got 12, 14 in? Come on.
I don't know if he got 14 in.
It's close enough. He double digits for sure. He got a jacket.
Okay, I wish Ray Rice would have gotten another
I agree
opportunity.
with you. I am
1,000%. I wish that.
And I'm sorry I interrupted your.
Yeah.
Now, who the other guys?
In football? Or
no,
basketball?
just in general. We moved on. If you're some football guys,
I wish Rodman could have finished the way he desired to finish. Okay.
I was told he was doing all the finishing he wanted to.
You need to stop. Jamal Crawford.
What?
I know he played a long time.
Come on, man. Stop it.
Jamal gave him about 45 his last game.
Come on.
You think he done? He gave him 45 his last game?
Time.
It ain't no time. He put buckets on the last time he played. He ain't finished.
And he can score 50 now.
He ain't finished. No, so you think he finished?
No, I think it's
Thank you.
I think it's
the
time.
game left him. He didn't lead the game.
I think it's time for him to go see Q.
No, dog.
And
no.
Big Three.
Please. Big Three ain't ready, man. Please. He'll kill one of the dudes out there.
That's okay.
One of them dudes will actually die with their legs fractured if he go out there with a Big Three right now.
Yeah, this
ankles, everything.
Everything.
And I want Famous Los to do the commentating.
Okay.
No. Jamal Crawford, you can't put him out there with a Big Three right now. If you do, I want to own another part of the Big Three and bring my own three versus their three. Let's do that. Because I'm getting everybody who ain't finished. Let me see.
Who else you got on your list?
Barry Bonds.
But you're picking guys based on them and when they're gone.
You ain't give me no parameter. You just told me to pick guys. That's what I'm doing. Now you ain't happy with my picks.
I'm not happy with your pick because
you ain't happy with my picks?
Because these guys had great careers,
but they were not finished.
Well, nobody's ever finished. Though is my point.
Yes, they are.
No, I played 10. I wasn't finished. Body let me down. You know, that might have been too much Heineken. Okay, fine. You know, whatever.
Some other
you
stuff.
know,
some other stuff going on. Wasn't no 0-0 either. I bet you that.
Well, it wasn't women. It wasn't that stuff. Okay, it wasn't that problem. So just so you know, but there's some other things we might have done that kind of may have gotten into, you know, too many times at Magic City in 1 week, or you know, something like that.
I understand.
You know,
much love to Magic too.
Yeah, much love to Magic.
That's a national treasure.
I'm gonna give you some.
They need to do a movie on Magic, though. No, they need to do a movie on Magic.
They should do a movie on Magic.
Right.
And Magic
how
City.
It all started. You can't do a movie on Magic without doing a movie on Magic City. But how it all started.
But they never separate those. Yes.
That's a national treasure.
Yeah.
It should be honestly, when you get off the plane in Atlanta, it should be a statue of Magic.
I'm thinking about
it should be a statue of Magic.
You think they'll make Magic City a historic landmark?
It should be. Hey.
When you think about the millions of dollars
when you think about the traffic that has passed through.
Yeah.
Somebody out there that don't understand?
Yes.
Your daddy. Extra daddy. All right?
Let me get the word of the day.
Sometimes your mama too.
After this, we need the word of the day, Coach. Let's get the word of the day.
The Magic City put a lot of young women through college.
Coach, you sent some fire out this. Not that you don't always do it, but
speaking of fire, no, I'm still thinking about Magic. A national landmark. You're unbelievable, man.
No,
but it should be a statue of Magic in the airport. And it should just have a sign up there saying, "See you soon."
Okay, now we got to go to break real quick because I can't put the church music up after all of that. We'll be right back, and we're going to come back with the word of the day. You can't put the church music up with the word of the day. Swipe up and all that kind of stuff. And 21st and Prime.
Take out that yarn.
One of a kind, prime time is the GOAT.
Welcome back, 21st and Prime. Now it's time for, I like that. Smooth that over. I like that. Time for the word of the day. Why did your heart take that next beat?
Why you living? Why are you still alive? Why are you breathing? Why are you here?
And what are you going to do with that opportunity?
What's your plan? What's your purpose? What's your goals? What's your vision?
We've all lost people that truly deserve to be alive, while some of us take that.
It's a lot of people that are gone that we know should still be here. And a lot of people that are still here, they live in the life that they're gone because they have no plan, no purpose, no go-get-itness, no go-get-itness, I'm going to make up a word, attitude, no productivity whatsoever. Why?
I want to read that again because I butchered it. We've all lost people that truly deserve to be alive, while some of us take that heartbeat for granted.
We take that heartbeat for granted. We take that heartbeat that we have for granted, that we're going to be here, that we're going to be here forever, that tomorrow is promised and it ain't.
Side note, I see, not intentionally, but I see some young men, when I was watching the game, I saw, you could kind of get the feel some people they're taking for granted.
Understand.
Right.
They understand the enormity. They understand the moment. And we talked about the moment before the game, man. The moment. Everybody had an opportunity for their moment. And they didn't take advantage of. You can't walk out of that game that we played and say, you know what, I didn't have an opportunity to make a play. I didn't have an opportunity to do my thing. You had an opportunity and you missed your moment. The only reason we know significant people is what they did significantly in their moment.
This one here, just life don't owe us anything.
Life don't owe you nothing. Life don't owe you nothing. Life is not gonna hand you a check. Life is not gonna give you a credit card with an unlimited balance.
We are in a society now, a time now, where everybody thinks that life and others owe us something. Everything, not just something, everything.
True.
Life don't owe us anything. We owe life.
We owe life. Just by the fact of having this heartbeat, we gotta help somebody, we gotta bless somebody, we gotta touch somebody, we gotta reach somebody, we gotta inspire somebody, we gotta encourage somebody, we gotta motivate somebody, we gotta be somebody.
Let's live on purpose.
Let's live on purpose. With purpose. We're gonna live on purpose with purpose. That was my next one. There you go.
Let's live on purpose with purpose for a specific
purpose. Did I say purpose or reason?
Purpose.
Gotcha. I went with all the P's. There you go.
P's.
Try to alliterate that.
You laid to rest, dear friend.
Yep. You know what? When we played against who was it? Not Grambling, Mississippi Valley, and I came out after halftime, and they were playing gospel music. The DJ was, and I was dancing.
I was there.
They didn't know what I was dancing for. I wasn't dancing in the moment. I was dancing because that was one of my pastor's favorite songs.
Oh.
And he sang that thing, and boy, it just took me back to my man of God. It took me back to my best friend. It took me back to my partner, my homie, my truth sayer, my person I went to with those dark moments. It took me back there. So what you see ain't really what you see. Mm-hmm. What you saw was me celebrating, but I was celebrating my man of God, because it just took me there for a moment. And that's all I needed was that moment of gas, of fuel, of inspiration. And going back the past Thursday, before the preceding game of Saturday, to see the body for the first time before anybody, me and his wife, Nita, First Lady, it wasn't easy, man. That's not easy. They did a great job. The funeral home did a great job. The body, I mean, he looked awesome, and I was proud that he looked awesome. But that was not easy, seeing life not being instilled in the person that spoke life into you. Yeah. Unbelievable.
That's going to do it for this edition of 21st and Prime. Again, please lift up First Lady and Pastor Omar's family's father. Lift them all up.
Yes.
And we appreciate you joining us. And the reality of it is, this is life.
Such is.
Thank you for watching.
God bless you.
Yo, nephew, hand me that Barstool. You know what it is, and for what it's worth. You can catch me on the best corner, 21st. Prime time, shine time, always in the game, never ever on the sideline.